All right. Listen, it is that amazing time. It is Wednesday, 7 o'clock, and faithful and true, here we are. Sharonda McDaniel, your amazing host with Empower with Sharonda, where we are empowering you mind, body, and spirit. And guess what? This entire season, we are talking 100% about how you can be your own level up. Listen, I'm excited to be here. Definitely blessed to be able to see another day. Blessed to have another amazing guest here joining us as we talk about how you can truly change your life and become the boss, B.O.S.S, that you truly desire. Before I get started, I cannot start tonight's live and podcast without first giving a tribute to someone who I've always known as a beautiful heart, spirit, and soul. Kimberly Strong's recently passed away of breast cancer over the weekend. Our hearts and our prayers are with the family. I pray that your soul forever rest in peace and that your life shines forever on those that you left behind. Guys, you know who I am, the amazing, wonderful host, Sharonda McDaniel of Empowered with Sharonda, where we are going live every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central to bring you dynamic men and dynamic women that show you exactly how you can be your own level up. So I hope that you are taking this information week after week and applying it to your life, because guess what? They look like you, walk like you, talk like you. And because of those things, you know that you can go and do the same exact amazing thing. If you're not already following Droppin Knowledge Network on Facebook, you want to go do that immediately, because we have a bunch of amazing series and podcasts that are truly dedicated to give you the information that you need to go from bottom to the top. Started from the bottom, now we're here. All right, enough of me. We are going to introduce you to our amazing guest. I know that every week I say I'm excited. Listen, I am authentically excited about each and every one of these ladies, but this one right here hits a little bit different for me. I remember meeting her, not really knowing who she was a long time ago, but this time the connection was made, and I know that it was God who brought her to me and me to her. Right? We have the amazing Yasmine Brown, entrepreneur, mom, wife, and founder of B.O.S.S, Beauties on Successful Strides. And tonight she's going to be telling you exactly what you can do to be on your own successful stride, to create the life that you desire. I typically don't put mom, wife, father, etc. on this slide, but the reason why it is here for her tonight, because it is a representation of how you can build your business and still be present in every other asset of your life. And she is going to talk to you exactly on how you are able to do that. And so guess what, ladies and gentlemen, here we have it, the amazing Yasmine Brown.
Hello.
Welcome to the show, and thank you so much for joining us on tonight.
Girl, all of this is cute. I'm looking at your graphics. I'm looking, all of this is gorgeous. I love it, girl. It's so vibrant. And I don't even know if you noticed. I don't know if this is what you do, if these are your regular colors, but you're using B.O.S.S colors right now.
Like regular colors. All right, we already.
Oh my God. Look at that. I'm like, I don't know if she did this for me or not, but I love it.
But thank you. Listen, I feel like when we get to these interviews, they are always so short because the individuals have so much amazing information to share. So I want us to go ahead and jump right in. But before we do that, I gave a very brief introduction, but you can never introduce someone the way that they can. I want you to start off by telling the guests, who are you? Let's start with that. Who are we talking to today?
Honestly, girl, you did so good. I'm like, what resume did she read all that from? Where'd she get that from? So I'm gonna be more simple, okay? Because you made me sound glamorous. My name, like she said, my name is Yasmine Brown. I am the founder of Beauties on Successful Strides. We are a women's sisterhood organization that truly cares. We are an advocate for your goals being achieved. I call myself your goal sister because I believe that it is our offsprings. I believe that our goals is our offsprings, and it is meant to crush the heads of whatever our goals is achieving. That is the results from the goals that you put out there, you accomplish, and then you are helping other people with them. And so that's what we are all about. And the reason why I started Beauties on Successful Strides, I'll tell you about that, is because I had just graduated from college, and I had found myself, like, I had a lot of great friends, and many of them I'm still friends with today. But I found myself wanting to expand my network. You know, like at that time, I was writing my first book, Love Answers to a New Beginning. I was also starting a new career. I was newly engaged at the time. And so it was just a lot going on. And I wanted to be around women who was like how I was becoming. And so what I found myself doing is joining a lot of different organizations because I wanted to feel like the fullness of me was being catered to. So I was joining networking organizations. I was joining empowerment organizations. I was joining the turn up ones too, because I like to have me a good time, you know. And so what I found is I was starting to become really overwhelmed, you know, because I like to be committed to what I do. And from that, I'm like, you know, it's got to be one out here that can cater to the fullness of little old me. It's got to be one. And I couldn't find one. And so just like what I teach my organization, assistant to my organization, is that if it's not out there for you, if you feel like it's not out there for you, then create it for yourself. And so that's what I did. And from there, we had our first event. I think it was at like a sandwich spot. You know, we just came together. It was about 20 of us. And what I realized is that other women were looking for the same thing. And what I also loved was that I was feeling the same spirit from these women that I was feeling from the 3 women that had poured into me back when I was in college, and I was extremely depressed. Like, I was one of those you don't want to be around type of depressed. I'm talking about not getting up out the bed, brushing my teeth was a good day for me. Back then, I was going through heartbreak after heartbreak. I didn't know who I was, and it was 3 women that poured into me, connected to me spirit to spirit, believing more that I could do more of myself than I believed in myself at the time. And so they prayed for me, they meditated for me, they did all that great stuff, and then they helped to lift me up. And that's why I always say that we lift each other up as we are all climbing. And so I felt that energy with those about 20 women that ended up joining. And then I also realized that other women want that fullness catered to them as well. And so it just started from there. It started from just us hanging out, having a good time, me being ignorant on fire with events, to purpose actually being fulfilled through our organization.
All right, listen, that was an absolute mouthful. And if you ever see me looking down over here to the corner, I'm right, because you saying some number 1, I need to take from, or number 2, we need to make sure we bring back up as points. Listen, I can't wait to get into talking about B.O.S.S, right? But yes, I want to talk a little bit more about you, because you've shared some things that even with me and you talking one-on-one, I didn't know. And it's things like this that lets the other people and the other women out there know, listen, doesn't matter who we are, where we started, we have hope. So yes, you gave us a little bit of background, right, about yourself. So let's talk about let's rewind. Let's go back to this depression. So was this during college or after college?
This was during college. Like, when I was little, I was very, very shy. I was like one of the ones, you know, in your classroom when you were like in 3rd to like 8th grade, and it was that student that used to keep their head down praying that the teacher ain't call on them. That was me. That was me. Like, I was really, 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 really shy when I was little. And so once I got to high school, I was like, you know what? My sisters were very, very popular. I said, I'm going to be just like them. I'm going to take an A+ and being they clone. And so I did that. And so, I'm like, I'm tired of trying to be like other people. And so when I got to college, I thought that I was going to end up being myself, but what I ended up doing is being like the friends that I was surrounded by, just wanting that attention, wanting all of what they were experiencing. And so I started just not knowing who I was. And then I was dating all type of guys, and my heart kept getting broken. Girl, I'm talking about heartbreak after heartbreak after heartbreak. And then like, even because I talked to one person before and they said that I was a functional depressed person. So I'm still going to school. I was working an intern at the time. I was working part-time at TJ Maxx, and then I was doing hair as well, all while going through this stuff. So I'm like extremely overwhelmed. I'm frustrated. I'm feeling very insecure because all these heartbreaks that I was going through. And then I had got to the point where I just crashed. And that's when God blessed me with those 3 women that just like really poured into me. And like, and I'm talking, when I say spirit to spirit, I'm talking about they prayed, they meditated, they did all of that stuff with me.
And so you used that relationship of having those women pouring into you as an inspiration for your business. And that's what you are to your sisters in your network.
And I didn't know that at first. At first, honestly, when I started B.O.S.S, it was because it was for a selfish reason. I wanted to be around more people who was like how I was becoming, and I couldn't find it, so I created it. But in that very first event that I did, I felt that spirit again. It reminded me of where I came from. It reminded me of those 3 women, and that's when more purpose started to be formed. So God was preparing me for something that I didn't even know that I was going to be positioned into.
So let me ask you this, sister, is you yourself now, right? You living your best life.
Baby, she open. She free. And don't get me wrong, because this is what a lot of people fail to realize. I would say this for me, and I know this for a lot of other women I have been blessed to coach and connect with, is that even though you have broken free, you still have that little girl in you that you need to nourish, that you need to let know it's okay, that you need to let know, like, I am valuable, I am worthy, I am necessary, I am built for this, I am prepared for this. God is in what it is that I am doing. Let's go. We still have to remind that little girl in us. So when we're looking in the mirror, we're facing fear, we're facing hardships and trials, that little girl in us that used to feel like, for me, it was extreme shyness and insecurity. And then as I got into college, it was so much heartbreak. But then you have some women who have dealt with trauma. They have dealt with abuse, or like they have dealt with abandonment. And so you have to understand, like, when you are given certain situations now, when you are not that person anymore, you have overcome it. You still have to go back to that little girl when you look in the mirror and say, you got this, baby. It equipped you for this. This is why you have authority for what it is that you are doing. You still have to talk to her.
Yes,
because she's still there.
And if the audience didn't know any better, they think that you've been watching the last few episodes, because I've said it on every episode. It seems like that has come up, making sure that you are talking to your inner child and encouraging them, because they don't go anywhere. Right. And they're there. That's showing up in your fears. So I don't want to
look, find out we sisters like this and we on that same plane.
Listen, I don't want to turn this into a conversation versus an interview, because I love your energy. We always vibe so well when we talk. So we've connected. And so I want you to talk about something. You know, one of the things that we hear often when we're talking about building businesses, just building in life, period, you hear your network is your net worth. So you've graduated out of college. Was there something that was going on that triggered you, that you knew that you needed to expand your network? What was your experience when you first graduated out of college?
My experience, well, this started right within that last semester, when I knew that I was evolving. And that was the thing, is that I knew I was evolving. And what I had learned, especially from those 3 women, is that I need to be surrounded by people who are about that type of life that I am growing into becoming. And so that's what it was for me, is that I just wanted to be around people who was like how I was becoming, who can keep me motivated, encouraged, that I can look up and aspire to, that can have different type of conversations with me so I can grow in that type of way. And so that's all that was for me. Like it sparked from those three women, because they were in different, they were older than me, you know, and they were completely opposite from me, but the way that they poured into me, like it's insane. I dedicated my book to them. And so that's what it is. I'm like, you know what? Now, since I'm going to another phase of my life, I need to be surrounded by women who are going to feed that, who is going to nurture that. And then as I'm growing, I can do the same thing.
Okay. That's awesome. So I guess the reason that I'm pulling on that is because I know that story all too well, but
yeah,
I didn't know the story of I needed to go create my own network. And so I know that that's a message that we have to talk to with our people, right?
Absolutely.
Is networking. So you got involved in all of these networking things, and that birthed your baby, right?
Yeah, yes.
Before we talk about B.O.S.S, you've talked about your book quite a few times. So tell us about the book. At what stage did that book come about? What is this book about? Let us in on the secret.
Yeah. And so actually it started out as journal entries. And so like I told you, like when I was little, I was really, really shy. And so that always kind of showed up sporadically in my life as I was continuing to get older. And so I ended up connecting with a woman. Like this was after I had started to connect with those three women. So I ended up connecting with another woman who was a coach. This was my first interaction with a coach. And I was having a very hard time with expressing myself to her. Like it was just hard for me to express how I was feeling with her, so I can get the help that I was looking for from her. And so I sent her my journal entries. I shared with her my journal entries just so she can get to know me better. And she got back to me and said, she said, like, wow, like this is, there's a lot of healing in this. I said, okay. And then she was like, a lot of women has gone through what you're going through. I'm saying, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, I'm looking for you to help me out. You're talking to me about other women. And then she was like, you should turn this into a pamphlet. And so I was like, oh. And so I just kept on writing from there, and it went from a pamphlet to a book. And so then I started realizing, like, you know what, there's different parts to this. It's the spirituality part of it, because that's where those three women really connect with me from. Like they helped to awaken that in me in a way that was insane. So I know that was necessary. So that was the first part. And then the second part was about the reality of the BS that we go through and how you can use who you are spiritually to help you to overcome the challenges in your life. It's all about really understanding how to live from the inside out. And so that's what the book is all about. But since it started out as journal entries, because I was having a hard time expressing myself, that little girl in me kept on showing up. And so I sent it to her so that she can understand, so she can help me get right. And she ended up telling me that this can help other people. I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay. So what's the title of the book?
It's called Love Answers to a New Beginning.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Sounds like we need to go and pick that book up. So you have graduated college and you were on a roll. We've rolled out a book. We've been in these networking organizations. So you said that you did have a career. You're a full-time entrepreneur now, right?
I am full-time, okay. Yes.
So what was your career out of college?
I was supply chain. That was some years ago, girl. I was in supply chain and logistics. I was an inventory analyst for a corporation.
So why entrepreneurship?
It just called to me. Like, first of all, my daddy, he hasn't had a job since I've known him all my life, pretty much. Right. And so I do believe that it's in me from him, like, because I've always seen him grinding. I've always seen him with his entrepreneurial spirit. And so I think that that's where it comes from, because actually my siblings, many of my siblings are like that as well. So I know that it probably came from that too. But also because I feel that there's purpose in what it is that I do. I think that I'm living in my purpose. Like, I love what I do. I love sharing. I love helping. I love giving. I love pouring. And I love when women achieve those really big goals, the ones that they feel is impossible, making those goals happen, or even like that up level that you're always talking about, getting to that new level. It drives me. And so I did, but I will say this. I had two different corporate positions that was paying really well. The first one, I quit way too early. I wasn't ready. And I want to share that because a lot of us, especially like I coach women or I mentor them all the time, because now I do it within my organization. I don't really do individual coaching anymore. But I share this all the time because of as soon as we find something that really feeds us and makes us feel good, like if we see $1 from it, oh, I'm quitting my job. It's time to go. I don't need it no more. It's taking up too much of my time. I need to put all my energy into doing this. And what I have learned from me quitting prematurely, because I had a great job. Like my manager was amazing. Like the people that I worked with was great. They supported my book. Like the human resources department, they bought it, and wanted me to speak. And it was just amazing. But I was so on fire about what I was doing and seeing that I was earning income from it and making a difference. I'm like, it's time for me to go. But it was prematurely, and it was too soon. And as a result of that, I started experiencing some issues within my marriage relationship. The finances wasn't going right, and so what it was is that I let go of my investor. And that's why I help women to shift their mindset on. It's understand like that is your investor. Like be thankful for that job that you have or that position that you have, because they are making it where you have a free state of mind. Like you are not worried about how you're gonna pay the light bill, how you're gonna pay your rent or your mortgage. You're not having those issues at home about bills and everything. Like you might be having other issues, but it ain't that one, And so like be thankful because they are your investors. They don't only invest in you financially, but they invest in your state of your mindset, because it's a lot more difficult when building when you don't know how your rent gonna be paid next month. It's been done, but it doesn't have to be like that. We don't have to make life difficult. Life can be actually very easy. And so the next time when I had so I ended up getting another corporate job, pretty much doing the same thing, making more. And when I quit that time, it was time for me to let it go. And the way that I knew that it was time for me to let it go, for one, I felt very at peace with it. The finances was very okay, and so like and even my husband has said like, okay, you know what, go ahead and let it go. And so that's when I'm like, you know what? This time for me has ended. It's time for me to go on to the next phase. And so you would get that strong knowingness, like that really, really strong knowingness. Everything might not be in alignment, but the core things that needs to be in alignment, it will for you. And that's when you can let it go.
Well, that's the point for individuals to watch this and hear how I went from this to corporate America. So I do have a couple questions about that, Yasmine. So when you left the first corporate job, how long did you do entrepreneurship before you're like, I got to go back to work?
Oh, baby, it was only like 3 months. I knew it.
Okay, you're like, okay, I'm going back to work.
Yeah, so, girl, it don't take me long to learn a lesson, girl.
So you go back to work, you get a job, and you're even making more money than the one you were previously. How long did you stay? How long did you work?
Only 6 months. It only took me 6 months.
That's interesting. So we're basically,
and that was because of the mindset shift. That was because of the mindset shift, because I started looking at them as an investor, and so I got very strategic on how I was going to exit from out of there. And so that was why God blessed me to be able to do it in such a short period of time. It could take longer for other people, but for me, that's what it was. That was the biggest thing, because I started looking at them as an investor and a blessing, and it freed up my mind as well as being able to continue to pay bills while I focus on my passion.
So when you went back to work for those 6 months, did you do something different this time? Did you create a plan where there are some tools that you put in place? Like, tell us about that transition that you were comfortable the next time around when you walked away.
Absolutely. And so I had joined this platform where it's all about business acceleration. And so inside of there, they teach you all about different facets of business, marketing, administration, the human resources behind it, the financial aspect of it, like all of that stuff. It's literally like a school that you do for an entire weekend. You go there, you stay there, like literally, like even afterwards, we in hotels, like talking to the teachers and the facilitators, learning. Like I did that accelerator, and that's what helped me to create a very, very strategic plan that allowed me to be able to break free.
Okay. Well, that is absolutely amazing. And I love hearing this part of it and hearing this story, because we hear the entrepreneurs and we know that the organization is going well, but there is a backside to that story, right? But we can't go from corporate to working for ourselves. It sounds like outside of being in a bunch of networks, starting your own network, you did a lot of coaching and got mentorship and stuff to help you in order to be successful.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Would you, before we jump into talking about B.O.S., because I want to give us time to talk about that. So you've just given us some tricks of the trade, and you said, listen, don't leave a force too soon. And
yes,
as they're your investors, are there some other tips that you would want to give, someone who's listening on what they can do as far as transitioning into entrepreneurship, or what they should do?
Yeah, like I'm always for following your passion. And so immediately when you get to that point where you feel like I'm ready to begin like pursuing it, do that. Do it right away. Don't hesitate. Don't wait until the eggs are what they say, the eggs are in a basket or the stuff lined up, whatever they say. Don't wait for that. Don't wait for it. Go for it immediately, because you're here to live your vision. You're here to live your purpose. You're here to cater to your passion. Now, the thing with that is that your passion doesn't put you in a suffering state. You do when you feel like you don't have enough time, energy, whatever it is that your mindset starts to play tricks on you with. That's what does. So understand that if God gave it to you, God's making room for it. And so be patient with yourself and give yourself that opportunity to be open to other people, because we need people. Other people that is going to support you, love on you, encourage you, and add value to you pursuing it, so that as you are doing it, you're not all stressed out. You're not feeling like you don't have enough time. You're not feeling like something is taken away from what it is that you want to do, because that's not true. If God gave it to you, God made room for it. And just like he gave it to you, he's equipped you. He has equipped you, and he has put Moses's, he has put Mary's, he has put Elizabeth's on your pathway, so that you can have that opportunity, so that you can have all that you need, all the help that you need in order to fulfill it. And so when it's time to quit your job, because that's what we're talking about specifically right now. So when it's time to quit your job, you will know. You will know. But right now they are your investor. So be thankful.
Listen, you are saying something, you're speaking the truth. Is there something, I know that you started out going and doing a bunch of networking things, but was there something that was the indicator for you? People find it hard to find themselves and know what their passion is. How do we do that? How do we know what we're supposed to be doing?
You ask the one that gives it to you. Prayer, like prayer and asking God, like that's all I know. and how you can do it. Now, of course, you have little breadcrumbs like what you used to be passionate about when you were younger. Like that's all. Because see, for me, for example, when I was younger, because I was so shy, it gave me the opportunity to become very observant. And because I am observant, I can see more than other people can see. I know how to read between the lines very well. That's why I've been blessed to be able to help so many people. And so you do have those different things that can help you. But the biggest thing is to pray about it. Ask God, why am I here? What is it that you are purposing me to do? What is it that is going to fulfill the plan that you have over my life? And God will listen. God will deliver to you what it is that you're asking for. It says, knocking, the door will be open to you, asking, you shall receive. That is very clear and very true. And so that's what I recommend for those. It's like, if you're at that point, pray about it. Ask God, you'll get the answer.
All right. Come through. She dropping a word, a message, everything. Listen, if you are just tuning in, we are talking to the amazing Yasmine Brown, founder of Beauties on Successful Strives. And we were talking about how not just to become an entrepreneur, but how to get the support that you need, right? We are here every week on Wednesday at 7 p.m. streaming live on Facebook, as well as YouTube. However, podcasts are loaded up and we are on all of the mainstreams, bringing you free information that in fact change your lives. So Yasmine, you've shared some amazing information. These are never, ever, ever long enough. But I am ready to jump into number one, why B.O.S.S? But when I say why B.O.S.S, I'm saying why the name. Where did the name come from? Let's start talking about B.O.S.S. So you finally started your organization and you had to birth that thing and you've created a name. Why the name and what's the purpose?
Yes, now I just realized I did not put this on the charge. Let me do that right now before this little
Okay.
Thank God it's sitting right here.
That is okay. I'm glad you realized that. We plugged in. We're ready to go.
We're ready to go. Okay. And so the name B.O.S.S, so it's called Beauties on Successful Strives. That's what the acronym is for, Beauties on Successful Strives. And so beauty is the acronym. I love acronyms. I'm all about the words. I'm all about the power in the word. And so beauty is the acronym for bodacious, energetic, amazing, uniquely talented, and forever young. We have to know how powerful we are by design. Like, we are amazing, beautiful beings. We are God's highest form of creation. No one truly compares to us. And that's what that beauty name is all about. Knowing that you are bold, you are boldness, you are energetic, like knowing that you can get back into that vibrant state whenever it is that you want to. We as women, we get tired. We get tired. We wear a lot of hats, baby. We do. And then, and so, but knowing that you can always be vibrant, you can always raise your vibration because this is who you are by nature, amazing, uniquely talented. No one compares to you. Your gifts are rare. You are a gem. No one compares to you. And forever young, baby, your spirit is always willing. The body might be weak, but your spirit is always willing. Always go back into who you are internally, who you truly are, the essence of who you are as a woman, and make your strives successful strives. We are always looking to achieve more, give more, have more, experience more. Be successful at it. Be grand at it. Be a grand achiever at doing what it is that you are doing because you can. Because you can. Boss woman rise up. Beauty on successful strive, woman rise up. That's what it's all about.
And what is the purpose of Beauties on Successful Strives? What do I get from this organization?
First of all, definitely a sisterhood community that cares. Like, we are advocates for whatever it is that you care about. And that's what I mean about catering to the fullness of who you are. Now, don't get me wrong. We do cater to the business aspect of you, like helping you to grow and scale your business. We've helped many women with starting thriving businesses. But we care about what you care about. We care about your home. We care about your health. We care about your self-love and self-care. We care about your relationship with God and who you are spiritually. We care about your marriage and your children. Like, we care about what you're doing to earn income and having multiple sources of income. I am an advocate of multiple sources of income. The Proverbs 31 woman had multiple sources of income. We care about that. We care about that as well. And so that's the biggest thing, having a sisterhood community that genuinely and truly cares. And then you can also get that head crusher mindset, developing that head crusher mindset. Genesis 3:15 says that it is the woman's offspring that will crush the enemy's head. Offspring is the results of something. It's the results of the decisions that you are making. It is the result of your goals being achieved. It is a result of what you are putting out to the world. So helping you shift from that no zone to the no matter what zone. That head crusher zone is what what we advocate for. We advocate for that because that's where grand achievers are birthed. And then spiritual strategies to success. That's pretty much faith plus works equals inevitable success. That's pretty much what that means. Work for us is worthy opportunities recognized knowledgeably. And so we have a system in place that helps you with that so that you can, again, it goes right back to you achieving the goals that you have for yourself. We are advocates for your goals being achieved. And it's through helping you shift from that no zone. That no zone is that fear zone. That is that zone where you have made up in your mind that you want to achieve these goals. You just set goals, whatever like that. But a lot of times we get into that no zone. That no zone is that blind spot. It's like, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if I have enough support. I don't know if I have the resources. I don't know if I can actually really do this. I don't know. My past is telling me that I'm not worthy. The people that's in my life right now is telling me I'm not qualified. My situations and circumstances is telling me, get your butt a job, stay working this 9 to 5. And so that's that no zone. And so shifting you from that no zone that we all get to that place, to that no matter what zone, which is I'm getting it done no matter what. Why? Because these goals is going to crush some heads. It's going to solve some problems. It's going to help make people's lives easier. I am an advocate for that because I believe we are so necessary and we are so valuable to this world. And so through having that head crushing mindset and then being equipped with those spiritual strategies to success, that faith plus work equals inevitable success. And then that sisterhood community that genuinely cares.
So tell me, Yasmine, I joined B.O.S.S. It's an amazing sisterhood community. What does a day in life or week in life or month in life of being a part of the organization look like for me?
Absolutely. Definitely events. We host exclusive members only events. We have our Magnetic Monday conferences that we do once a month. And in between time, we do live trainings weekly on Mondays as well. And then we have Sister Accountability Saturdays. We do that once a month where we are on talking about your goals. Like, we're talking about what it is that you're looking to do, how you're looking to do it, and helping you to create a strategy that will help you to achieve that goal. And so we do that in milestones. So every month we're talking about your goals and how are you doing and how we can go ahead and reflect on that and either help you to accelerate it if you are having some difficulties, or you know what, you did great, you did grand, let's go on to the next one. And so we do that as well. And then we have so much information for women as well that you have access and resources to. Like, you're able to post, like our members are posting all the time about what they're doing and how we can support them. One woman, she just achieved a really, really big goal that we celebrated her. You definitely will always be celebrated. Like the Proverbs 30 in Proverbs 31, it says that to give her the reward she has earned and let her works bring her praise at the city gate. It didn't say may you. It didn't say you should. this is a requirement. This is a requirement that we are to do for women. And so I'm obedient. And so I praise and I celebrate women for their job well done as well. And so that's pretty much like some of what you can get with being part of our sisterhood in our community, and results for sure.
So what is your audience? Who is the ideal fit or the ideal woman for B.O.S.S?
I used to say it's every woman, and I still believe that this can be for every woman. But what I understand is that it's the women who are serious. It's the women who are serious about their goals. They are serious about up level. They are serious about creating it for themselves and having that discernment when it comes down to opportunities. They are serious about sisterhood and being poured into, as well as pouring out to others as well. Those are the ones who actually receive the results, and that's what I'm realizing, that is what B.O.S.S is for. B.O.S.S is for women who are serious about achieving their goals.
Okay, very well said. It makes perfect sense. And so I want to make sure we're understanding this. B.O.S.S is an organization that, of course, helps us obtain our goals to run our businesses, but it also helps us in our everyday life, right? And
Absolutely.
so is that what we mean when we say the fullness of you?
Absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, we cater to the goals, but that's within any area of your life. So that is if you are looking to start your own business. That's if you're looking to turn your story into a book, and have a successful book launch. That's if you're looking to lose weight and become more healthy and fit. You're looking to start dating again. That could be a goal for you. any of that, whatever that is, the system that we have with developing that head crusher mindset and being equipped with spiritual strategies to success and having a sisterhood community that genuinely and truly cares works. It's all about your goals and your goals being achieved. That's what we advocate for.
So do you have different women in the organization with different specialties to help individuals who join based on what they need?
Absolutely. We have what is called the Boss Up team. So the Boss Up team is a team of different women that specialize in different areas. So we have someone that's in business development infrastructure. We have someone that's in fitness and health. We have someone that is a licensed clinical counselor, that specializes in trauma, sexual assault, and then family issues. We have someone that is in marketing and social media branding. We have someone that is in website and app development. We have a financial one. Like we just did a live training about your finances and managing your finances. So we have a financial management woman as well. I'm pretty sure I'm probably missing some, but the biggest thing is that we cater to the fullness of who you are. So yes, we do.
That is absolutely amazing. Job well done. I know that we are watching time. And so I want you to use these last couple of minutes, number one, to tell individuals if they are interested in joining B.O.S.S, how they can reach out to you and how they are able to take advantage.
Absolutely. You just go to beautystrives.com. Beauty, that is BEAUTYSTRIV as in Victor, ES.com. Check us out. I'm also on different social media platforms. LinkedIn is my thing. So you can find us on LinkedIn. We have a group on there, Beauties on Successful Strides. You can also follow me personally, Yasmine Brown. Facebook, we have our Facebook group, Beauties on Successful Strives. We also have Instagram at Beauty Strives. So yeah, just check us out.
Okay. And so you're definitely open for enrollments, taking on new people who are ready to take on the adventure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I actually have an open house that's coming up soon, tonight, in about 15 minutes.
Oh.
And so if you're not doing anything after this, hop on.
How do they get to the open house?
The link is very simple. It's Boss House, B.O.S.S house, the number 3.eventbrite.com. That's it. Boss House, the number 3.eventbrite.com. And you can go ahead. You still got time to register to join in, and let me love on you. Let me celebrate you. Let me motivate and encourage you. That's what I do. I can't help it. That's what I do. But then also share with you more information about B.O.S.S.
All right. Sounds good. I just dropped it in the comments. B.O.S.S House to number 3 at eventbrite.com.
Eventbrite.com. Yep.
Eventbrite.com. I put it right in the comments so they can go check you out. I know that you have to run, and we hit it right on the mark, baby. We didn't have enough time. I know that we could talk so much more, but I wanted to make sure that we were able to get all that we could out of all of the value that you bring to women. Thank you for serving. Thank you for allowing God to use you and living in your purpose, helping women. And of course, thank you for joining us on today's show. Can't wait to connect with you. And I probably come over and jump on to open house too. But I got to get things shut down here. So
I know that's right.
Amazing night. I will talk to you soon, babe.
Thank you. And thank you so much, sis, like for trusting me with your platform. I do not take that lightly. My heart is to serve, whoever allows me on their platform. My heart is to serve at the greatest potential possible. So I celebrate you. I love you. And I thank you.
All right. Love you too. Talk to you later.
Mwah! Bye.
I was waiting on the signature bye. See you later.
You already know.
All right, guys, listen. I hope that you enjoyed, not just enjoyed, but that you took some value from tonight. As I said, week after week, we are here to bring you amazing information to ultimately allow you to impact and take your life to the next level. Every Wednesday at 7 p.m., here we are with one amazing guest after another. People who look like you, talk like you, walk like you. They all have a story, but they've been able to use that story to birth their purpose, to birth their business. Sometimes our circumstances may seem one way, but maybe that circumstance is actually taking us to the place where we can open up doors to what is intended for us, right? We've heard this story all the time that sometimes our testimony, our journeys is definitely the triumph and the power for the next person to come, right? You have the ability to start your business. All you have to do, of course, is believe in yourself and take action to be able to do exactly that. Listen, you are listening to Sharonda McDaniel, your host of Empower with Sharonda, where we are empowering you mind, body, and spirit. We're talking all this season about you being your own level up and bringing guests that can show you exactly how you can do just that. We are hosted on the Droppin Knowledge Network, where there are tons of other shows on top of this that give you free information. The thing that keeps us separated from the success that we have is simply information. Get the information that you need to go to next levels. I am excited to be able to host this show and be here with you each and every single week. You guys all have an amazing night. Stay blessed and be safe. If you don't know where to find me, of course, we're going to take the time to talk about that. You can find me on my Facebook page at Sharonda McDaniel. We, of course, again, are on Facebook, on Droppin Knowledge Network. If you are not already following that network, get over there, get to it now, do it right now. Don't wait. And then also on YouTube at Droppin Knowledge Network, where we are here to inspire and empower. You guys all stay safe. And once again, my heart, my love goes out to Kimberly Strong's entire family. I pray that your light forever shines bright. You guys have an amazing night. God bless you all.